Oh, there.
time.
Damn, bro, it's so good to see you, even though it's through.
Yo, this is wild. I'm so happy about this. We got Naveed too. Hey,
Good, bro. Long time no see, bro.
Yo, so
been a minute.
This episode
Crazy.
evolved into something that I'm actually really proud of, because like we've known each other, the three of us have known each other for a while, but like me and Cass are meeting in real life today for the first time.
Oh, that's great. That means so am I.
Yeah.
So
That's
this is
crazy.
an internet friend right here,
Yeah.
that we're meeting like in person for the first time.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yo, so welcome. Let me do the little intro real quick. Welcome one and all to another episode of The Angry Barista, the angriest barista in this arm of the milk.
Woo!
Here.
We're back. I didn't have coffee this time. I know you made coffee, but I want to talk to you a little bit about the coffee that you made, Mr. Finn. Talk to me about this beautiful Canadian coffee that you're drinking.
All right. So, basically, for a long time, I was an espresso guy. My parents had an espresso machine when they were hot shit. Like, so I was using those awful capsules for like the longest time. And my coffee drinking story starts at age 3 with my grandmother, where she needed company and I wanted to try coffee. And before I knew it, I was starting to drink coffee whenever I was at my grandma's house, and it was always black coffee. So, and then, so like by 7th grade, my parents have officially stopped trying to be like, okay, Finn, you can't drink coffee, you're too young. So by 7th grade, I'm like awake at 7 in the morning, feeling like shit and being like, I need my cup of mud or I'm not going to have a good day. Like immediately I become this jaded asshole.
Oh man.
Damn, is that what flung you straight into screaming into a microphone with a bunch of loud other motherfuckers behind instruments?
It's a good theory for sure.
So I'm guessing on days you have shows, you don't drink coffee, so you just get crazy on stage.
I've tried to do it so I don't drink coffee until afterwards.
Interesting.
Are you a person
But
who have coffee like at night with dessert?
Okay, so it really depends on how you make it. So what I'm working with now, and I've brought this to show. So this is my Supreme Bialetti coffee maker.
Let's go. I'm weak.
Thank you. So the thing about making coffee with an Italian stovetop coffee maker is it fucking humbles you, because it's made of aluminum and you have to clean it very thoroughly after each wash or it's gonna become corroded and fucked up. So, you become a more disciplined adult when you start using those. And if you fuck up the coffee, there's no space for forgiveness either. So if you make shitty coffee, you fuck the dog. Like, it's awful. So
that expression, fuck the dog.
I've
So-
never heard that expression.
Yeah.
I've never heard that expression.
I love it.
don't Google it. But so,
It's off. Wait, hold on.
Awful.
but what I am saying is, so I started making coffee with this after I, became more, eco-friendly and more, conscious about the environment. And so now I just drink one of these a day and I'm vibrating. So it's great.
Vibrating at a higher frequency type shit.
Oh, dude, like I'm one with the world.
Like straight up oscillating. Not even
Yes.
vibrating, oscillating.
That's the way.
Absolutely.
Man, fuck stale airwaves. Me and all my homies be vibrating. Yo, so that's fucking awesome. I kind of want to go around like do like a little round table type of check in over here on this side of the computer too. Naveed,
Was good.
you like coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
We've talked about this.
Yeah,
before.
no,
He's Finn's
like,
offended right now.
I respect it, but at the same time, like I think it's because like being on like when I was on like a college campus, seeing like mad kids who like could not go to class in the morning, like could not start their day without coffee. I'm like, I'm not trying to be that.
Yeah.
So
That's smart, though.
Like thankfully, my whole life I've gone through never needing like coffee or like energy drinks or things like that, because obviously I've seen how if like developing a dependency on those things can not be good, but like I mean, yeah, I've tried coffee a bunch of times and like I know it's an acquired taste, obviously,
For sure.
Like usually I'm just like I would just rather have tea, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You cast what do you fuck with as far as coffee goes? You like it?
Both. Like I'm more of a tea person, I'd say, like overall, but I love the flavor of coffee, so I typically only drink it when I'm already awake. So I don't want a dependency on it because I feel like, I don't know, just exactly what you're saying. Like a lot of people, it's like, oh, I can't even start my day without having a cup of Joe, and it's like, all right, chill the fuck out. It's the number one drug like consumed in America, it's caffeine, and it's like at the end of the day, I always want to be able to just get up on my own, and then once I'm already awake, then I'll have a cup just because I like the flavor of it. But overall, for like any medicinal properties, it's always tea. Yeah, tea and water. Basically.
Yo, Finn, fuck these guys. Coffee gang all day.
Oh, listen, I will have.
See, now we're already learning. Like, okay, me and you have that in common when they don't.
Like I've experienced, like in high school, I drank coffee like every day of like my freshman year, and there was one day where I had it in the morning, and then I came back from school, and then I wanted it again because I was like, man, I'm craving some coffee.
And then next thing you know,
bro, I swore on everything that I was having a heart attack at 14 years old. And I was like, it got me so anxious that I was like, yo, I'm never drinking coffee again. And like on everything for like a year and a half, I didn't drink a single cup of coffee.
Fair enough.
Get back into it. Like, okay, just in moderation, chill out. But yeah,
I completely get this, and I completely get where both of you are coming from. Jan, what we are seeing here is two men with discipline. We're seeing two men with actual discipline who are like, yes, I'm not going to become, reliant on this, dark chocolate bean water. And
I mean, it's okay,
that's great.
Dude. I wake up at like noon every day. I'm not that disciplined.
Bro, my discipline is music, dog.
That doesn't look, if you're still waking up early in the morning during COVID, maybe lay off on yourself,
Fair enough, yeah. If you don't have that is.
Right.
Yeah. But like I've been being in my 25th year, I will say that I've been all around the fucking place with coffee. Like, being a latte person and doing cold brew and just becoming basically a meth head through that. There's so many different ways to go about it. I can tell you one thing. I had a similar heart attack thing happen, except instead of a heart attack, it was caffeine poisoning.
Whoa.
And basically this is ugly. I'm going into some ugly shit. Caffeine poisoning. Basically, if you intake enough caffeine in a day without water and food, what will happen is you will have violent diarrhea, stomach cramps, and throwing up for half an hour to 40 minutes. And then nothing. It's like a ghost just left your body and you're just absolutely fine again. It's insane.
What?
I've had this happen twice in my teens.
How do you drink coffee before like eating and shit though?
Well, that's the thing.
That's crazy.
How do you get to that? One, and then two, how do you just feel fine afterwards?
Yo, I just got a little diarrhea like thinking about that.
Yeah, like you're telling me you just after you release the demons, you're just good.
Right.
Dude, it's literally like an exorcism. You're just you go full on fucking just corpse mode, and then you're good. It's insane. And you feel like you had a deep cleansing of your body.
Wow.
I don't recommend it. It's the worst fucking feeling I've ever had in my entire life. I was literally lying on the floor in my bathroom between throwing up and shitting my brains out. So it's not a good time.
Damn, dude.
That's the worst.
And then you take a cold shower and then you're good. It's insanity.
What?
Yo, you're super metal though. Like you
Damn.
don't understand. Like I don't know if Naveed understands, but like Cass just got here. Like we gotta catch. I think we can circle back around to coffee. I want to catch you guys up on or like let's get to Naveed and Cass are getting to know each other. Let's let you and Cass get to know each other a little bit. Like let's go back in our history. Like what was the year we met? Do you remember?
So it was the summer of 2013.
2013,
Holy
bro.
Wow.
We were still in high school, bro.
Holy shit, I didn't even
Babies.
bro.
Or maybe fresh out of high school. I forget.
I was dropping out of year 11.
You're 11?
Like,
And you're
yeah.
the same age as me though, right? Like are we all
Yeah.
95 kids here?
95?
No.
What year were you
I'm
born?
98.
98?
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, but that's close
I
enough.
can't even fucking tell anymore.
Yeah,
People are just
yeah.
Close enough.
People are born in 2004 with full beards.
If you said 2000 or later, though, I would have had to tell you to get out, though. Like, we out.
You were almost there.
You're almost there.
I think you might be closer to being Gen Z than millennial at that point.
I'm like the weird between generation.
Yeah, no, for real.
To 99, that little period, like, and I noticed it too. Like people who were born around.
Okay,
that time,
here's the one. Did you grow up using like America Online? Like if someone was using the phone, you couldn't be on the computer type shit?
No, but I never.
Okay, so then
my dad was a tech guy though. He was
also
ahead
you
of
just
the curve.
had good. You had good. Okay.
Did you have an aim though?
I had aim.
Okay, so then he could pass for millennial.
Yeah.
I feel like aim AOL days. So that's like the cutoff.
Yeah, don't ask me my aim email though. If I know, I see it in your face. Don't ask me. Fuck that.
I was about to ask him.
I saw it in your face. Yeah, I have an aim. Nah.
I can say my original aim. My original aim screen name was Guitars for Life with a Z instead of an S.
Fuck yeah.
3 eyes in the word life.
That's
Guitars for Life.
I'm gonna tell you what mine is, and I'm gonna tell you my
I gotta
MySpace.
say what mine is.
Yup.
I'm the only asshole who's not fucking saying my name.
You gotta
like,
say it.
come on.
I guess I started that.
We won't peer pressure you into the
Nah. Go ahead.
but
You
we'll
go
peer
first.
pressure you. So my AOL screen name, the last one that I can remember was Jan's Got Your Back at AOL.com.
That's cute as fuck.
That's wholesome.
That's mad.
That's
good.
beautiful.
But wait, there's more. My MySpace, it was myspace.com/JanLoverboy95.
Jan Loverboy. Yo, bro, you were ahead of the curve. You got Drake's shit. With
Dead
Jan. You were
ass.
ahead.
You could have been Drake.
That's amazing.
You
bro.
could have been the
We're in
OG.
that. I mean, but like nobody, it wasn't cool back then.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that wasn't cool.
Hey,
Yeah,
now
Drake
it is, it's like ironic.
Drake kind of
so,
made that
I don't know.
cool.
Yeah, for me it was. I don't even remember it in full. It was Jelly Bean, something or other. Jelly Bean JC's, and then some numbers, some shit like that.
That's one of the most tame ones I've heard.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't even need jelly beans. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. You know?
Like, what was your fascination with them though?
I have no idea. I think it's because it started with a J and it was like cute. I don't know. Yeah,
J cute.
yeah.
J
No
cute.
recollection. Yeah.
J cute.
JCute at AOL.com. That's a
Yeah.
new one if we
Yeah.
bring aim back.
I like that.
Yo, so Finn, I'm gonna let you take over and tell like some of the story yourself because like I want to hear this man talk. But Finn and his band at the time that we met in 2013, he was in this band called Icarus. Right? Icarus was on the scene as soon as, I mean, and you can attest to this too, Finn, but as soon as Icarus came through, the New York metal scene, like the New York local scene period, just loved them.
Absolutely.
You guys played your first show and everybody's like, oh, these motherfuckers are lit.
And it's just like, and you know, and Finn, if you're down, because like, yeah, I'm curious, because like I filled in on bass for your band at the same. Did you guys meet before that show or no? Like basically, we all met that day.
That day at the place, which was the venue, it was just,
Yep.
it was really like you walked in and everybody was just like, hey, what's up? And, you know, everybody kind of got to know each other. And I remember seeing this fucking 8-foot tall motherfucker who just went, hey, yo, suck my rock to someone. And I just started laughing. And then that guy was Omar Sarag, who then, you know, has become a ride or die friend of mine. So it's really like that whole day, you know, it was really special.
That
But
Omar, by the way, was the screamer of my band that was in when he
got it.
met.
Okay, yeah.
yes.
That's good ups.
Funny as
Damn.
hell.
Well, so tell me a little bit about that first time. Was that the first time you guys had come to New York? It was, right?
So basically the idea of Icarus, which then became Great Grief, was it was a post-rock band. It was all instrumental for the first year. And it was Elias, Gunnar, and this guy named Atli, who's now an actor. And he's doing amazing work. So they went to New York in 2012 and recorded a short EP at this studio. And then I was in a band called In the Company of Men at the time, which was like chaotic mathcore, like Dillinger Escape Plan worship, where we were throwing our guitars and shit. But I'd always wanted to sing in a band. I had a short stint before that in like this like Born of Osiris worship band called the Crystalline Enigma. And they kicked me out after 2 months because I couldn't do the lows at age 15, which is fair. It's fair. But so I ended up, our bands ended up playing a show together. I met Gunnar and I was like, hey, can I try out for the band? He was like, yeah, you really should, because instrumental is weird. And so I just showed up and I did my best Jeremy Bolm from Touche Amore impression over their songs. And then Gunnar was just like, all right, let's go to the States. And we had like 2 songs recorded, demoed, and only one of them was online. And we went to the States, and for the month of July in 2013, I learned how to book shows in the United States in the New York scene. And I heard about insane things like pre-sale and this band called Polarity, which was not good. And it was a lot of shit. It was a lot of shit.
Hey, yo! Yo,
so-
you gotta edit a
So there was so much insane shit. Like, we played this show on Staten Island, sorry. Or do you say in Staten Island?
Fuck Staten Island.
We don't think
say
about
it at
Staten
all.
Island. We don't think
I
about
bet.
We don't
I-
say
I
it
I
at
bet.
all.
Answer that.
We say fuck.
We don't think
Staten
about them.
Island. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
It's
We
just
don't
a
think
bunch of
Staten
firemen
Island's
and
in
Trump
Jersey.
supporters.
Like, we don't even think about it.
Chill, bro. Chill. Don't come out there. I grew up in Jersey.
Yeah.
Chill,
So
Yo, I would rather sub out Jersey for Staten Island.
Absolutely, bro.
True. No, like though,
Easy,
Staten
easy,
is like
come
the
on.
shitty parts of Jersey.
Yo,
No, bro. Not even. Like,
Continue,
Go
bro.
ahead, I want to
Continue.
interrupt the story. We'll talk about it in a bit.
So we now I wish I had a chronicling of like all the dates in the correct order so I could be like, here's the first show, la la la. But basically, our first show ever in New York, with me singing, was in the basement of an Italian restaurant in Chinatown, and I had to sing through a karaoke PA.
That's fucking
And
crazy.
That's amazing.
I was so fucking like embarrassed that I basically turned my head to the crowd for the whole thing. And then like a few days later, we're walking past this place called Tobacco Road, and I just see a kid.
Yo.
I see a kid in a Black Flag shirt, and I'm like, what's happening over there? What's happening over there? And so we immediately just go up to the show, which is ending. And it was Beyond Dishonor, Texas in July. And
Oh shit.
yeah, so
Those
who else
names
was
are
on
in the
there?
cut.
Awake in Providence played.
Oh, so yeah, this is definitely like way back in the this is like
Yeah.
2013, 2012.
This is Chris era Awake in Providence too. So, and funniest thing was I had seen Chris from Awake in Providence like a few days earlier wearing an Acacia strain windbreaker, and being from fucking Iceland, I'd never met anyone who liked the Acacia strain. It was a weird internet band to me. And then I see this guy and I'm like, yo, fucking sick windbreaker, like punish the shit out of him. And then I see him at the show and he's like, you're that weird guy who bugged me when I was on the way to work at Pinkberry. And I was like, yes, that was me. So I end up talking to probably like 50 people that night. I met Marquise Green, and
Shout
he
out
became
Marquise
Shout out
Green.
Marquise.
absolute ride or die.
Absolutely.
I met Wesley Ingram, who became a close friend. So many people that would later on, affect my life in a very special way. And then somehow we got booked on a show in Staten Island. And it was
Was
it
the full
was-
cup?
yes, and it
It
was,
was?
yes, it was Polarity becoming the archetype, and they were like a Christian deathcore band, and this other Christian deathcore band called Creations, and then we showed up and we're like, fuck religion, and being like really outspoken about it, because we're from a country where they didn't separate church and state, and they still haven't. So for us, it's a completely different thing. They're just like, oh, we're spiritual. And then we come in, we're just like, fuck, pussy ass. Like, it's just super rude.
Just
and-
teenagers just pulling up. Yeah, I love it.
But the thing is that the show was booked by this guy who's now notoriously known for being a promoter who steals money.
yes.
Matthew Morels.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, Creations
I didn't.
Creations-
I did not.
Creations played. A huge fight breaks out, but it's like 8 girls that are fighting, and we're all just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, fights don't happen at
Sounds like
shows in
some Staten
Iceland.
Island shit.
Yes, absolutely. And then And then Becoming the Archetype finds out they're not getting paid for the show, so they basically break up on the spot and leave.
Wow.
That was one of the most insane times of my life. And
They
then
even
after
played?
that,
Was this before or after they played?
Imagine
they didn't play.
They just didn't play. They just
Yeah,
broke up.
They fully were just like, fuck this shit.
Wow.
We're a Jesus Core band in 2013. Nobody cares, and I don't blame them.
Damn.
But it was such a culture shock in terms of like being from that tiny place and then coming out, and you come to a new continent that you've never been to before. And I still had, my little cute Icelandic accent. I was talking like this to everyone. I was such a cute little boy.
It was your first.
And
You,
then-
you never even been in America before that?
No, never. I learned my English from 5th grade English classes and The Simpsons, and that's it. Like,
Oh, nice.
so then coming through, you just you see how other bands play. You talk to the other band dudes, and then before you know it, you've learned the New York lingo. You're going dead ass, suck my rock, and all that shit.
Dude,
And
you could have fooled me, bro. Like you sound like you're you sound like you're first generation New York Icelandic. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
your
no,
parents
for
are
real.
from Iceland, but like you.
Like I would have been like, he probably grew up in like Sheepshead Bay or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've acclimated gracefully,
you have.
but that first month was awkward as fuck.
Well,
For sure.
I'll tell you. I met you during that first month, right?
Yes. So basically after that Staten Island show, we started, getting the attention of actual promoters. And yeah, we got on a show with you guys. We got on a show with Left Behind. It was their first ever tour. It was Left Behind and this band Gift Giver, who would later become very controversial.
I remember all.
So we
these
played
things,
we played with them at Tobacco Road and became friends with Left Behind, and I know them to this day, and they're super sweet people. But that day at the place, I meet you guys, and friendships were formed that could never be untied, even by the challenges of time and distance.
Bro, I will always look to you as a friend, and I hope that one day we're within a distance that me, you, Naveed, and Cass could get in a studio together and fucking make some fucking music.
Word.
And
I was
drink
gonna
some
say.
coffee.
I was gonna say, where are you at now? You're not in the States now, are you?
So I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And that- wow.
So I moved here for school. I'm studying graphic design.
Oh.
And
Good shit. Was it recently or like how long you've been out there?
so I moved here in December.
Got you.
Yeah, it was real fucking weird. I spent New Year's in quarantine, and
Definitely.
you know how everybody's getting vaccinated in the States right now?
Yep.
None of that in Canada. Fucking none of it. We're in like 3rd or 4th lockdown now. So Doug Ford is just fucking the dog, as we say. It's been bad.
Back to dog fucking.
Back to dog.
Back to dog fucking.
Besides all the dog fucking, is it just that like people are not getting the vaccine, or?
So older citizens are finally getting their vaccination appointments, but it's been taking forever.
Because of the
And-
state, or is it just because of like because over here, like I know that there's mad like the conspiracy, it's starting to go away, but the conspiracy theory, like you could get cancer, you're getting
Basically, a lot of
like,
anti-vaxxers.
like that was
like
the
people
vibe.
not-
Yeah. I've seen a few of those pop up. Me and my roommate, we went out to look at an apartment recently, and we saw a full-on fucking parade of anti-vaxxers.
Ooh.
And it was absolute insanity. I don't know if this is going to be a YouTube video, but if it is, can you insert the clip right here?
Bro, you know what? I don't edit any of these, but I will just for you.
Thank you.
Timestamp.
Thank you. The footage is phenomenal. It's me and this old lady yelling about 5G, and she's like, "There's 5G in the vaccine." And yeah, she had been a nurse for like 60 years.
The vaccine. That's crazy.
Bro,
It was insane.
I think I'm gonna make a little like an Instagram clip with that clip in it for Instagram. We'll post that.
Oh, please do. That'll be great.
Damn, bro. Oh my god. Well, yo, I did want to ask Cass this stuff, just like independently to get to know Cass myself. But since we're here and since we're getting to know each other on off rip,
Yeah.
Cass, you got the most to share. Give me, because we're
Well, we
kinda
gave you
zoned
our
in,
context.
Oh, that's to me.
you know, I mean, like you got the most to share, as in
like
you,
music wise.
yeah, like you got to catch us up to speed. We're
Oh,
going from
fuck.
zero now.
Oh,
Like,
no, I mean,
how long? When did you start? When did you start making music? And was it like instrument based, or were you always on some vocal shit?
mainly it was instrument based in the beginning. So I started playing instruments. I started with violin in like fourth grade, and then I transitioned into guitar, piano, and percussive stuff in middle school. And now I'd say like my flagship instrument is probably guitar, but I also compose on piano, and it all started off just instrumental, and then in middle school it was me like rapping other rappers' verses, like Nas and Eminem and like Jay-Z and shit. But I didn't really start like writing stuff until I hit high school, and it was with my boy in Nexus, and we would always like be fucking around in class and in between classes, and you know, figuring out how to perform shit together. Like he and I would beatbox and like make stuff and freestyle, and then it wasn't until like 15, 16 where I was like, okay, like I'm actually like I'm pretty good at this. Like I can do something with this, and that's when the larger picture started sort of.
So 16 was when you're
create
like,
itself.
fuck that, I'm nice, I'm gonna start putting music out, or was it when
Yeah.
you started writing your own music?
I started writing my music like 13, 14, just to dick around and be cool. But
Damn, same exact situation with me, like same ages too. Like
15, 16 was when I was like, okay, wait a minute, like I have an inclination with this, like an inclination towards this. I'm really good. So that's when my like I dropped my first official project at 15 or 16. Yeah.
You came out the gate swinging with the project.
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. I was not a singles person. I'm still not a singles person. But my whole shit was just mixtapes and like putting it, man. You know, fuck singles. Like I was very much like a hip hop head in the sense of like
you're very Nas, very old head.
Exactly. Fuck mumble rap, all of that kind
the
of shit.
old new head.
Yeah.
The old new head.
Exactly.
Dead ass.
No, wait. I'm curious. So Cass, you rap.
I sing and rap.
You sing and rap, and your style is more old school oriented?
Nah, my style is just a blend of everything I love. Really, it's I can't really describe it in like.
You should listen.
Like a lot of rock.
Yes, absolutely.
Is very easy to segment in the sense of like you can tell, you can trace things back easier, whereas with hip hop and just more urban music in general, it's way more what's the word?
Homogenous.
Kaleidoscopic.
Ooh.
It's like all just sort of
Whoa.
blended together.
That's a better.
No,
way
I
to
was
put it.
hella
I completely believe that, and I wish honestly that you know, rock bands and everyone would be more experimental in the studio as in comparison to hip hop producers.
Well, yeah, there's a benefit to it because you have like lanes and you can like sort of it like from a commerce perspective, it's easier to like market and figure out performances and creating opportunities for people who want to come up within certain spaces, like a Christian deathcore band, like that's very niche.
Yeah.
Whereas in hip hop, because we don't have that, it's all sort of just thrown in like black people. It's just like everyone in one bin sort of. So it's all very like there's benefits to it, but it's also like a lot of people think, oh, we should have like different kinds of like official terms for the different kinds of rap that there are. That way, at the Grammy, people could get, you know, this kind of award and that kind of.
That's definitely a good point. I mean, what I was going to say is because of how hip hop is structured, I do feel it's very interesting, especially if you look at Operation Doomsday by MF Doom. Yeah. There's a track on there with MF Grimm, which is called Tick Tick, and it's entirely sampler based, and they slow down the timing and then speed it up. Bro, it's something that you won't see any standard definition rock band do. It's always going to be like a free jazz band or something. Right. And then MF Doom does it and it fucking breaks the universe. It's one of my all-time favorite production tricks that I've ever heard.
It's incredible. Doom is always into that kind of thing.
Yeah. R.I.P. Doom, guys.
Yeah, man.
R.I.P. Doom. I'm still not fully convinced he's dead though.
Me neither. Like I'm like I don't believe it.
Yeah, Jan. Remember we were doing an episode like where we both literally found out during the episode.
We were in the middle of doing an episode of this show, and I found out, and I was like, "Oh fuck, yeah!"
Oh my god.
We found out while recording.
That ruins the episode.
We had a moment of silence.
That fucking sucks. Damn. So. Yeah. I'm gonna keep asking you questions
no
as long as you don't
of course
you don't
not,
keep so what he's one of the only people in this room. Finn, are you a Mac person? Are you a PC person? Before I finish.
I'm a Mac person.
He's the only person.
Ableton boy.
He's the only person in this room right now. Mr. Cast is the only person.
Well, don't call me PC person because it'll ruin future Apple deals.
Hey.
Don't do
Hey.
that. Nah, I'll fuck with you.
He uses a PC. I'll word it differently.
I respect it. There's so much more modular stuff that could be done with PCs, and it's just the unfortunate truth.
Yeah, for me, it's all about customization. Like I like the freedom to like install certain graphics cards and take things apart and shit. I always like doing that. I don't. Macs are great in the sense of they just work, and for like a phone, like that's why I prefer iPhones because like I'm not in the business of
for the typical user, it's more ideal.
Yeah. I'm not in the business. I'm not. I don't have interest to take it apart constantly, and like I shouldn't be like working on my phone should constantly be working for me. It should always work. Whereas in a computer, the whole point of it is to be sort of more free in the sense of like what you're trying to do. So yeah, that's why I like the dual boot system that I have for the studio, and that's just how I like to do things.
I know because of what you just said. I know the tangent that I want to go on next. But let me just ask you.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries.
I'll ask you another quick question. All right. So recently you've been pulling. You done a post yesterday, actually, which is funny that like we're planning on fucking linking up today anyway. But did you sign a deal yesterday, or was it you just announced it yesterday?
It was it's been so just for context for everyone who's listening. Basically, what I did was I announced that I signed my first major deal to ELO. And I went off and I was thanking everyone for supporting me up to this point, but it was an April Fool's post. Like the whole point of this shit. I own ELO. ELO's my company. It's my production company. So it's like it's me just establishing and saying like, it's just what I wanted to do is to create curiosity around the brand and around what it is that I do.
That's a
while
good
at the
April
same
Fool.
time, I also had like a bunch of other stuff in there, like an album announcement and a merch announcement. And the account, and the whole point of it was to have people question what parts of this are real, what parts of this are fake, because
that's good.
The merch is coming out, but like is the album, and then also you said follow this account and the account exists and people are following it, but like where's the content? Like the whole point of it was to make for a very sort of curious experience. So.
That is a very valid, well executed, and purposeful April Fool. It's not
it's been in the
every other April Fool's post I saw yesterday. I'm like, bro, are you 12 still? Like, grow up.
I've been planning it since last year. Like I've
planned it.
Yeah, I've had it in my head for a good year. I wanted to do it last year, but the timing was off, and I just figured this year's a really.
Tell me now, how satisfying was it being like, I'm finally posting this thing?
I've
been looking forward to this
for me,
for almost a full
the
year.
satisfaction is actually in coming up with the idea. Not really. I love the love that I get from it, and I'm like, wow, finally, like it's out. I did it. That pending thing, I can check it off. But really, I love like ideating. So the fact that my peak happiness was last February 2020 when I thought of the idea and I messaged my friend like, yo, you won't fucking believe what I just started.
Wait, hold on. No, I want to explore that mindset because I find that fascinating. Yeah. Would you say it's like you get satisfaction and gratitude from knowing like, damn, my brain was able to think of something so fire. Yep. Like at that, you're so happy that you were able to come up with it that it's like, for me, whether it even happens or not is almost beside the point.
For me, it's less about like, I think that's more of a constant thing. Like overall, I'm happy that my brain is able to come up with the ideas, but for me, the idea itself is everything. So if someone else came up with the idea, I would love and go ape shit over the idea anyway. It's like I don't like, I try not to get attached to the fact that I came up with the idea because I find that like sort of can block other things from coming in. And a lot of creativity is collaborative, and I like being to myself, but there's a point where things can get sort of insular, and it's important to stay open to the fact that like good ideas can come from anywhere. Your 4-year-old daughter can say the next album name and it could be a brilliant idea. And you might not know. So I always try to keep an open mindset with that.
We're vessels. I just think we're divine. Like
we're just mediums
on some shit to go crazy.
Huge believer in that. Yeah.
To go crazy into a deep tangent. I really do think that
it
we're
ain't crazy, bro. It's the truth,
bro. I really think that we're all just like some sort of facet of like one bigger God consciousness, and every once in a while that God consciousness is like, I'm gonna put a little nugget
Yeah,
of gold in
yeah.
Jan's brain.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put a little
exactly.
nugget of gold in Cass.
And that's
Yeah.
what making music is us harnessing those nuggets.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Straight up, like my best songs, I think all of you guys will agree, is like the best songs are the ones where you look back on it, you're like, I can't even say I wrote that. It just really wrote itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I didn't there because there are some songs where you're like, okay, I know I need to consciously put in mad work to figure out this song. You know, there are songs that, you know, like I just said, like require a lot of work to get to the end, but there are some songs where you're just like, okay, this just literally just happened.
Yeah, I can see that.
I didn't write it, it just happened.
For me, it depends. I think like how much, like because I do a lot of different styles, the approach to like the different things that I do can change depending on like how much. Like if the song is just purely rap, that's a lot more of what you're saying in terms of like I didn't even like this is just.
Because
Easy
is
for
it
me.
because rap and hip hop are more freestyle, more free flowing?
Maybe it could be, but like I'm still particular over like what I say and how I say it. But even then, like the concept to it is it's not anything that I'm like, what like again, like it's no attachment over the fact that I did it. It's just like a good idea.
I get what you mean.
The best, my favorite things are good ideas. It's really, really good ideas that drive me into fucking mania. Like, whoa, I need to drop everything and quit my job and like turn off my phone and do this thing. Those ideas to me, like I live for those kinds of things.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yo, and another big, like I've been wanting to meet up with you, Cass, for like
Yeah.
a long time because like, and Finn, like once you follow him, you'll get to see some of like Cass stuff that he has up, like some of his video content that he has everywhere. Is like I feel like you're really good at like for lack of better words, like if this was the MCU, like you're good at like universe building. You know
World
what I mean? Like you
building.
got like his like.
That's
Cass,
what. Yeah.
Cass has a squad of people like that are dedicated, that listen to his music like off rip, and it's like Naveed has done that before. Like we've all like had this point where we see what like dedicated true supporters of our music feels like.
Yeah.
But like I definitely think that this group, that like the four of us right now, like motherfuckers who do it like you guys, like I'm humbled to be in y'all's presence. Like
Thank
it
you,
really
man.
is.
Likewise.
It's awesome.
I appreciate it. That's
just
really
wanted to
sweet of you.
Give
Yeah,
y'all a
man,
little
that's big.
digital neck right
For
quick.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Digital neck
point
rub.
for me of ELO is to create that, like it's everything around the music, because from a commerce perspective, when it comes to the music business, the least important part is the actual music. You can have like mid music, and if you know how to world build,
You could have regs, bro.
yeah, like you can,
You could have regs.
that shit could be like whatever. And at the end of the day, it's all music and it's all subjective. So
Absolutely.
let's say mid to me, like you can have okay-ish music, but the world around it is all put together, and you know, nip tuck. That is what makes people revolve and stay.
So what is
invested.
ELO? Is it a label, or like how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's hear
ELO's
ELO.
the label. It's the creative house. It's the world around Cast, and it's really meant for me to work in more of a brand sense.
Of course.
Whereas Cast
Is it something
like
where
art.
you, obviously, as we're getting off the ground, you carry, like, the brand becomes synonymous with you and your work until it gets,
Yeah.
until you / it get to a point where it's like, okay, now we can have other artists on board, other
Maybe
creators.
I've always
At least that's
toyed
the
with that
that's the
idea.
approach with how I'm gonna brand once I debut as a
Yeah.
solo
Yeah,
artist.
that maybe, but I've ELO has been with Cast since Cast's inception in like 2013, 2014.
Yeah,
For
so
sure.
I've always had that idea to have.
So it's
both.
already become sort of synonymous with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I've talked about it less only because Cast is the more like pertinent thing that people know about, but
Right.
it's always been hovering. You know,
Yeah.
so
Like anyone who's into you and in
Knows.
your world
Yeah, they know.
knows about it.
They know.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
I did
sure.
the whole podcast from back, from forward, like leaning, hunching forward, and I'm
yeah.
gonna spend like the last little bit of it with the microphone out. But
No worries, bro.
yo, if you start signing other artists, I'll give you a project, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'll tell you right now, I'll give you a whole project. I'll
Are you
write you a whole
serious?
project to sign to ELO.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, no, I'm not fucking around. Like I'm
I'm
straight.
not.
I'm
Yo,
down.
I'm not fucking around either. I'm giving one to my friend Simon. Shout out Spin Cycle Records. He
Yeah.
started this label with his friends in Cleveland. And so I have the songs written for this
Yeah.
project. There's 3 songs. It's 3 or 4 songs,
Mhm.
and I just have to go there to record it. But I can't get off of work
Of
that
what? Okay,
long.
right. Wow.
So I have to either record it here, get him and the producers to come out here to
Uh-huh.
get me to record the final takes, or just convince him to let them trust me in getting my final takes here without their supervision.
Word.
Because I know like labels and like management.
They're weird
stuff.
about
They're weird about
they're
like the final master.
territorial and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like they want you to record like the final vocals, like
Yeah.
the final cut at their
Right,
place, at
right.
their studio or whatever. And it's cool. I'll do that, but it's gonna take a while if that's what I'm waiting for. But I'll give you a project, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm giving them 3 or 4 songs. I'll give you 3 to 5
Yeah,
songs
right.
or whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'll see, because right now, like, I do have some stuff in the works for the next, like, 9 to 12 months. But yeah, we could talk.
Bro,
for sure.
later, and this could be like later,
Yeah, we could talk.
later. Shit. Well, to finish out, because like this is
If
this
it's
is,
whack, I'm gonna tell you though.
you better,
Yeah,
you better.
if it's whack, I'm gonna tell you.
Absolutely better tell me, bro. I trust you guys. If there's anybody in this room I trust to tell me when I'm being whack or when I don't have a good idea, is Finn, is Naveed, is Cass.
Yeah.
Heard.
We're gonna finish out the last segment of this podcast because this has been an atypical. Oh, I just bit my tongue.
You good?
This has been an atypical episode of the Angry Barista so far. Like, we tend to go crazy. We tend to talk about aliens. Last episode, weed wasn't even legal yet, and we smoked weed right in the middle of the
That's
episode. Me and
crazy,
Omar.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. I mean, I didn't upload it yet. I'm about to upload that
So
Omar episode.
It'll be legal by the time.
Yeah.
Like,
It's already legal now, so when
it's
I put
already
it
legal
up,
now.
Right.
there's no sus.
Right.
So essentially, let's go into this this tangent that I was talking about.
Yeah.
We were talking about digital stuff. We were talking about kind of marketing the beast, like where we're at right now. Interfacing with the computer is
Yeah.
what made me think about this. You were like, oh, like I prefer my computers to be a little bit more free, or like
Yeah.
have a free
Mhm.
environment with that. Have you guys heard of the Neuralink?
Yes.
The
yes, I
Elon
have,
Musk
yeah.
Neuralink?
Neuralink.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Collective consciousness type deal.
Well,
no, not
what was
collective.
that?
Really,
Maybe eventually.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where it's gonna go realistically.
I think so. But you've heard of it, Finn?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cass, do you want to explain a little bit? I did it at the last episode, but I think I
Yeah.
butchered it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not the expert on.
Yeah,
this,
I'm
but
like iffy with my
um,
understanding. I haven't.
basically it's it has to do with giving merging machine and man, or
Mm.
human, I should say. So putting like implants in your brain, either chips or like nets and stuff, mesh that alters your abilities, that enhances your abilities. So
Mm.
like you'd be able to have a calculator in your head that would allow you to like do complex math
Mm.
without a problem, and
Yeah.
like measure distances solely with your eye.
Oh
So like, I
hell
can see
no!
exactly that is 4.26 feet away from me. Little things like that.
That is
And
so crazy.
The way that it would happen is through a surgery, or like an implant through your ear,
Yeah,
through
yeah.
up your nose, like little things like that.
You
And
got it mostly correct, but you're talking about all this stuff that they're not gonna be able to do for like
for
a
like
couple
a
years.
while.
Yeah,
Right
like a
now,
couple
right now they're just looking to do like if you're an amputee. I don't know if that's the
So,
polite term, but
That's one of them.
Yeah.
That's one of the term, one of the services and one of the purposes that
yeah,
they're using it for. Yeah.
exactly. They're like giving you control over
Mhm.
different limbs and body parts and things of that nature. So that's what they're doing in the short term, and in the long run, it'll eventually turn into like enhancing stuff. But
There's
that's
even
the overarching vision that I know of.
yeah, there's even more than what you mentioned. Everything you mentioned was correct, but there's even more than that.
Yeah.
And then like in the initial like when it first is introduced to us, like when we can buy our own, they'll be able to fix eyesight problems.
Yeah.
Like so for
Mhm.
me, I'm like legally blind without my glasses on. If I was to get it, and it's just like it's an implant like an inch.
Oh, is it a
wide.
one size
Yeah,
fits
it's
all
just like
kind
a
of thing?
one
Oh,
size.
look at that.
They drill
Okay.
a hole in the back of your head like that big, and then they just put that thing in the hole, and it's 2 little electrodes that go into one part of your brain and one into the other part of your brain.
Got it.
Really thin wires, like the thinnest shit ever. And that first one is going to be used as like a shunt or like an extension cord of a kind. So like say you got like they're saying that it could potentially be used to fix anxiety, depression, any sort of host of like psychological problems
Yeah.
too, like eating disorders, fucking blindness, amputees who are pain with like fucking prosthetic like limbs and robotic limbs.
Yeah.
Sounds
You could
too good to
control
be
that with the
true.
brain.
Yeah.
So that's just the first thing that
Mm.
that you're gonna be able to do with it.
That
All
sounds
that
too-
like calculator
that already
Phase
sounds too
one.
good to be true.
Yeah.
right
No,
calculator
exactly.
stuff. That's all coming next, and they're talking about doing virtual reality games through this thing.
Mm.
You won't even need the
Oh
fucking
my
headset, bro.
god.
You just close your eyes and the game's there.
Black Mirror.
The thing is,
That
it's
is
so
nuts.
hard for us to calculate when this will become a reality, because if we look at just the technology of brain altering medicine, for instance. So I take my Prozac every day. I look at research for it. Fuck all.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
They're like, yeah, it sort of works. That's it. That's fucking it. So, of course, there's that element, which is the human aspect, which is so fucking insanely incalculatable, or however you would say it. It's my second language.
Especially
Don't blame
because
me.
like technology is kind of accelerating at an unpredictable rate at this point.
See, that's where it gets scary because,
In
you know,
different
if you
fields,
looked at,
more so
if
than
you looked at a, just for example, if you looked at a terabyte hard drive fucking 20 years ago, it
Yeah.
would have been the size of, you know,
Good example.
very, very large computer. But now it's a fucking tiny SD card. And right now it's going to run you over $1,000 for that tiny, tiny terabyte hard drive. But 5 years from now, that shit's going to be, you know, dime a dozen.
Yeah, like $20. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yo, okay, I'll make you a bet, Finn. I bet you will have virtual reality games you could play from inside of your head with the Neuralink in 5 years. I bet you $10.
5 years.
10 USD.
Wow.
Oh, did you see that Black Mirror episode where the dudes they put the headpiece on and then they play
Yeah.
video games together? Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Bro,
Let's
that
go.
episode
Love it.
tripped me the fuck out.
Yeah, I'll give y'all
Bro.
some space if you need
That was-
it.
that was a
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Yo, okay, all right. Well, let me go on one last tangent because we're getting close to the deadline. I think I'm gonna count it down on every episode that I release until they actually release this shit. But did you guys hear that the U.S. government in the COVID relief bill that they just fucking passed, like literally a year too late, they included in the 5,000 pages that this document was made up of, which nobody read the entire
Right,
thing,
of
by the
course
way.
not, yeah, right,
Yeah, nobody
yeah.
read the whole thing,
Of
so they
course
could have
not.
passed some fucked up laws
Because-
that we don't know about.
Yeah.
But in it, there's a section highlighted for all of our intelligence communities, CIA, FBI, everything. They had, from when they signed it, 180 days to release all information that they have available on UFOs.
Are you fucking serious?
Sick.
But here's the catch, the caveat here is there's a host of information that's classified still, i.e. deemed a danger to national defense.
Yeah,
Like if
right.
they released that, like if China saw like
Oh, national security rather.
national
okay,
security,
yeah, I got
yeah,
you saying, okay.
same shit.
Yeah.
I knew what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Like if they release it, like our adversaries would like somehow have a one up on us or some shit. But
Right,
right.
right.
there is like a collection of that information that will be available for me and you to look up and for me and you to see,
It's fucking wild.
including pictures and videos.
I remember
that have
you,
not been
you
They're
told me
gonna-
about this. You told
No,
me about this.
They're
It's
gonna
not
put it up
180.
in the most boring
when
way.
when do those when
Whoa.
do those 180 days end? Like
We're at like between like 70 and 80 now or something.
okay, so
like
in a few
less.
months.
Yeah, I mean, but they might release it sooner because like there are like senators all talking about it because like senators, House of Representatives, certain members of like those bodies, they get advanced screenings of classified information that they're not allowed to talk about, and some of them are already kind of like letting slip that they
Right.
know something.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
not saying what, but they know
gee.
like something. So
That'll
you know.
be interesting. It'll be interesting summer.
Aliens, what do you think, Finn? Aliens? You think aliens are here? You think they've been here? Do you think they're coming?
I think they're definitely around, but I think that what we classify as basic consciousness is going to be so completely different from whatever theirs is. So it might just be like a bacterial sponge that just, you know, you push it and it goes, "Eh," and then that's intelligence from another
Yo,
planet.
do it again, Finn. Do it
Do that
again.
noise.
So there you go. So really, I think
Or it could just be some
That's
like
my
What
sex
the
noise.
fuck?
That's the noise that I
Oh,
make.
nah.
like that's no,
I know
that's the
who I'm
crazy
not
thing about
fucking. If that's
aliens.
just sex noise.
That's the crazy thing about like aliens, like thinking about what they could be is like they could be literally just like some negligibly small
Right,
like
right.
bacteria or whatever. Like they say there's life on Mars, right? It's probably just a little bacteria like that. But it could also be the completely opposite end where it's like this crazy fourth dimensional being that just has a consciousness so elevated beyond anything we can comprehend
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they could probably just enslave the entire human race with the snap of a finger.
We might already be enslaved by them, and we don't know.
We might
Yeah.
low key.
We might be
I
in a
might be-
motherfucker's brain
My
already.
Right
entire
now,
life and
you
me
know.
perceiving all of you guys like it could just be all one dream
Yep.
that this alien being is having
Yeah.
right now, and I could wake up at any moment.
You ever seen like I ended the last episode like this too, but you guys ever seen like a picture of a fucking it's like a universe. It wasn't the last episode, it was a couple videos ago, a couple episodes ago. There's a picture of like the cross section of your brain or like brain
Yeah,
cells.
and how it resembles a nebula, right?
Yeah, like the structure of like
Mhm.
the galaxy or whatever,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So that makes me think that we're already in somebody's fucking brain
Yeah,
right
it's a beautiful thing
now.
That's
Yeah.
kinda
to
crazy.
exist.
Yo, so
we're gonna be fucking house pets.
Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
with that. Yo, guys,
Wait, you're with
plugs.
fucking house pets?
No, I'm with being a
Fuck
house
the
pet.
dog, he said.
No,
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
All right,
He
bet.
meant it like fucking house. You no, don't wow. You were saying fucking dogs. You were talking about fucking dogs earlier.
All right, bet.
Oh, good catch.
Hold on one second.
Good catch. Good catch.
You said we're gonna be fucking house pets, so I assume this is more dog.
Bet.
fucking. We're talking about
Hey,
this before.
yo, pause.
Bet.
Yo.
I've shown my true colors.
All right,
What
all
can I
right.
say, fellas?
You meant we're gonna be house pets, right?
Yeah, he meant
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
gonna be
All right,
house
all
pets.
right,
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
right. Just
No,
making
no,
sure.
I'd be down to be a house
Acting
pet.
like
though.
that was the craziest shit that was said in this podcast.
Listen,
Sorry.
Listen, yo, we've gotten crazier,
I know,
and if you
yeah.
want to come back for another
Yeah,
episode,
bro,
we'll get even
I'm
crazier.
with that.
Yo, listen. Is there anything we need to plug, gentlemen? Do y'all want something to plug? I got a Shkary plug. I'll wait till the end.
I mean, for me, there's nothing to plug yet.
Yeah,
but
nothing yet. But you're gonna
Naveed
get the
Ahmed
solo.
will be coming at all y'all this summer.
Yeah,
First single by
Naveed's-
June, hopefully.
Naveed's getting his solo episode
Yes,
in June,
sir,
I guess.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Fire.
So, Finn, are you doing anything right now? Do you have any additional musical projects? Is there anything Great Grief like related, like that you want anybody to check out? Like, be it my friends, cast friends, Naveed's friends. What's going on, bro?
So I will say this: there is a Great Grief release that has been getting worked on for the past year. We'll never become that band again that fucking toured because our lives depended on it. Because, I'm not fucking 17 anymore. But we got plenty to work on there. I have to give a shout out to Heartbeat Hot Sauce. They sent me a free package of hot sauce recently. Canadian company. I gotta support. That shit was amazing. What else can I shout out? Shout out The Armed. You guys are talking about artists that build universes, and The Armed has done that in a way that I've never seen before. So if you're curious about finding a new reality, check out The Armed.
Send me a link, bro. Send me a
Oh,
link.
you got it. You got it.
Damn. All right.
And
Kat,
yeah.
what's up? Oh, you got more to plug, Finn?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yo, bro.
Let
go
him
as
know,
long
let
as
him
you need to
know.
Go, bro. Go
Let
as
him
long as
know.
you need to go.
I designed a shirt for a band called The World is a Beautiful Place, and I'm no longer afraid to die. This shirt went
Last
up.
name of the band?
Yes.
That's a long.
I
name.
designed a shirt for them, and the entire back print, you're going to have to put a picture of this to edit. The entire back print is all the dates that they had to cancel for the last year.
Oh man, that's funny.
Ah, shit.
And so I just designed that. That's for sale. They have a camo and a black shirt. And if you buy that, then I look really good as a designer. So check
Yo,
that out.
Can you send me link to that band that you were just talking about, and then also
Yes.
that merch design? Send me pictures of the shirt and send me a little clip if you can on Instagram. If not, just send me the YouTube video of you arguing with that lady at that anti.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
All right. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Shit, bro.
love to
Anything
see
else,
that too.
Finn?
Drink coffee, wash your hands. Don't buy cheap shit. Buy shit that works.
I will not drink coffee, Finn. I'm sorry.
All right, bet. Then here's what you should do. Consider everything that you buy now to be an investment for the future. This could be your phone. This could be anything. Just
I like that.
really think in terms of what is quality and go from there. I
like
could have bought a hydro flask. Instead, I bought this fucking military issue water bottle, and it has a triple lock system, and I'm really happy with it. Now I drink more water. So that's my advice. Thank you.
That's great.
Damn,
advice,
bro. I
actually.
love that advice. Cass,
is.
you got any plugs? What's next, bro?
Other than more singles, merch, media.
Fuck singles.
Yeah, fuck singles. You already know.
You already know, fuck singles.
May. That's it. I'll
May
leave it at
the
that.
next single's coming May.
Nothing. I'm not saying what.
Oh
May.
fuck! I
Well,
hate
May.
cryptic ass
He's not.
motherfucker.
He's not saying what, but he's saying
May.
when.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know. Is just
May.
when.
That's it.
Watch out for Cast May. Y'all need to connect. You and Cass need to
Yeah.
connect Finn.
Likewise. yes.
We're in the presence of
Can I
greatness
plug
right
my
now.
website and like social media stuff.
Plug
Yeah.
it, bro. Go ahead.
The website's www.illo.world, and over there you can find everything of what I do, all of the merch, and all social media is at totally not cast. So totally not cast.
Totally not cast.
Yeah.
CAST. Totally
CAST.
not
Yep.
cast.
I'm hitting you on the
One
gram
word.
as we speak.
Yeah, I'll follow you back.
Yo, wait, I gotta plug one more thing.
Go for it, bro. This is the
My Instagram, I do coffee videos sometimes. I do slow motion coffee videos to some music, but I also just post dumb shit. I post dogs, I post memes, and for some reason I'm verified. Go find me there. It's at Finnbogi on Instagram. He'll have to put a disclaimer up for it because it's a weird name.
Yo, it's all good. I literally reminded myself on how to pronounce Finnbogi like after confirming that we had to do our episode. I was like, I'm not gonna just call him Finn the whole episode.
Put some respect.
Show some respect on his name.
Put some respect on that boy's name.
Yo, so if that's all we got, I will end it with this, Mr. Finn. Since you do coffee videos all the time, maybe we could talk about collaborating on the future of a podcast together. Who knows, bro? Maybe we could regularly do some shit together.
I could see that.
I can see
I
that.
could definitely
we
see
could
that between both of you.
Maybe we start our own show, Finn. Who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows, bro?
I'm into it. I have this fucking
Caffeine
setup. I
Poisoning.
can't.
Me and Naveed.
I can't.
We're gonna be the main competitors because we're gonna do anti-coffee shit. We're gonna figure out
Your
our own
guys'
podcast.
show can be called Caffeine Poisoning.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's just about shitting and vomiting and
Yeah,
stomach cramps. That's it.
uncontrollably
That's
Yeah.
for half
it.
an hour. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's quit while we're ahead. I love you guys so much. This has
All
been another
love, all
episode.
love.
all love.
This is the Angry Barista. I'm Jan the Second. Stay angry or not. Peace. All right.
Peace.